So far in this video tutorial series, we've looked at using OBS to record our videos. We've also looked at using Adobe Rush to edit them, and now we're going to look at Adobe Pages, which is a website that we can use to create a web page format that we can use to display our content to our viewers. In order to start using Adobe Pages, you'll need to head to spark.adobe.com and log in with your university login. And it's actually free if you work in higher education to use this software. And what you can see is not only can you use it to create pages, but you can also use it to create graphics as well. And you can have custom templates where you can create presentations, slideshows, and also create tweets. So the first thing that we need to do is create a brand. Creating a brand is actually really easy, and the advantages are that you can make all of your pages look the same and use the university logo as well. And it's really simple. Head to the menu on the left and click Brands. Once you're in here, you can see that I've already made one and a personal one as well. But what we can do is we can create a brand, and what we'll have to do is upload a logo. So you're free to use the university logo for this. So let's go with the white one. We can pick our colours, perhaps a blue, and we can choose a font. And the advantage of using that subscription that I talked about earlier is that you actually get access to Adobe fonts. So we'll just change that a little bit. And really quickly, we've already made our brand, which we can then use on our presentations. When you're ready and you're happy with your brand, simply click Next. And we'll call this University 2.
A few minutes later.
You've also got the option to pick different fonts for headings and your body of text as well. And you can select more colours, and what Adobe will do is actually give you a colour palette that goes with your original colour as well. And you can also add more logos. So we could add the black one as well, just to give us a few more options. And let's make a page. So in order to start making a page, what you need to do is head to the plus on the left, and here you can see you've got lots of different options to make a flyer, Instagram posts and stories, and a web page, and that's what we're going to use to present our content. Using this is really intuitive, and it's simply adding titles or adding pictures. And one of the advantages that we talked about creating a brand is that once you've done that, you can actually get different themes as well. So you can have a medium theme, a dark theme, and a light theme. Personally, I think the light theme is quite good as it adds a blue in my case and a white, and the contrast and accessibility is quite good. Everything will be in those fonts that you inputted before. So let's go ahead and put an image to start with. And for the sake of the demonstration, we're going to do something about cardiac physiology. When you click on the plus to add an image, you get a menu pop up here, and what you're able to do is upload your own photos if you've got content already. You can find free photos, use Adobe Stock, which incurs a cost, or you can actually get things from your Dropbox, your Google Photos, or your Google Drive. For the purpose of this demonstration, we're going to use the Find Free Photos. And if you click on the small arrow here, you can actually search Pixabay and Unsplash, and it's good to search both because there's some different ones come up. So let's start with Pixabay, and we'll see if there's anything for cardiac. Here we go. So let's have this one, and that puts it in the background. We can then add a title and add a subtitle. And in order to create this, we start scrolling down and we're met with a plus. And this plus gives us another menu. We're able to add a photo, add text, a button, a video, a photo grid, a glide show, or a split layout. Let's have a look at them a little bit more closely. You can add a photo in here. For example, if you're going to do a welcome page, and we can search those free photos again. And we get an option there when adding a photo to have it in line with the presentation. We can have it fill the screen. We can have it as a window. We can use it as full width, or we can replace and delete it as well. When we get the option of fill screen, we can also add a caption as well. So if you're presenting something that needs a caption to explain it, you can use that text there. So we'll say, and we can then also change the focal point as well. And you'll see that we've got a bigger picture here, but we can change where we want the focal point of the image to be when we're scrolling through, and click save. And then again, as we scroll down, we get that other menu as well. A way that I really like to present my content is with a glide show. I really like glide shows because what happens is, as people scroll through the content, you get an area on the side, either the left or the right, where you can actually present your material. So let's say we're doing something on the anatomy of the heart. We can have a background image that would represent it. And you can see here that there's nothing really that I would use to match. So let's have a look at Unsplash. That looks a little bit more like it. So we can put that in, and we can add a few images in there as well if we want. We'll go to save. And what you can see here is that as you scroll through the presentation, this box is going to come up where you can start to populate your content. Click on the plus, and then you get the option to add another photo. So you can add another picture within this picture. You can add text. When adding text, you get the ability to make it look like normal text you would read in a document, or make it a heading. And the way to do that is, once you've wrote your text, click on it and you'll get these heading 1 appearances, or a heading 2, a quotation, or you can do bullet points as well. And you can add in titles as well using heading 1. You can also add a video, and this is what I like to do. I like to explain the video at the start and then putting some of my own content. And to embed a video is really easy. You just need the YouTube link. So this is a video that we did before. Let's put that in. And then we've got a video in there already. Or what we can do also is we can make a button, and we can use this to direct people anywhere we want. So we'll say that we can go to Google, select where we want the button and save. But we also might use buttons to direct people to different articles, and we might also use buttons maybe to direct people to a discussion board. You can also use a split layout as well, and as you build your presentation, you can add an image on this side, and then you can use this to add, again, a photo, text, button, or video. So for demonstration's sake, we'll just add the same video. And as we go through, we're able to populate our presentation. And what will happen is, as you preview this, it takes out all of those pluses, it brands it, and as you scroll through, you get that really nice web page look where we've got our caption there. And this is the glide show coming up, where you can see that you get that really smooth transition that comes up. The students can watch the videos. They can read the text. They can be directed to an external source. The great thing about Adobe Pages is the customizability. And if you head back over to the themes on the right and you click on the small pencil, you're able to edit this theme further. And this will apply to all of your presentations. So what we're able to do is change the background. So we can change how the titles appear. We can change our background color. We can change how our headings would appear in between the slides or within the slides themselves. Same for heading 2. We can change the color of the text. We can change the font of the paragraphs or how the quotes would appear. We can also change the appearances of our buttons as well. And you can see them changing here. We can change how our links would appear. And And we can change how our photos would appear as well, in terms of where the caption would be. Or our glide shows, making them transparent or not. And that's the really great thing about this Adobe Pages, is the customizability. Once you've finished your presentation, it's time to share it and publish it. And this is done using the share button, or you can publish and share the link. You can give it a title, pick the category, and then you can create the link. And once you do this, it'll be published on the Adobe website, as well as giving you a link that you can direct people to.
15 minutes later.
You'll get a shareable link that you're able to copy and direct people to it. And this is what the student would see. You're also able to go one step further and actually integrate this into Canvas so that students don't have to go anywhere else. So rather than seeing those pages of watch this, read this, comment on this, you can have everything actually within your presentation. And what you need to do is generate an iframe code. And to do this, go to iframe-generator.com. Make sure you've got your publishable link ready and copy that. I find that a width of 1600 and a height of about 800 is perfect. You can leave all of these options blank, and what you want to do is paste your shareable link into this and press preview. And what you'll get is an iframe code once you generate it. You can then copy this code, and once you've started to create your page in Canvas, give it a title and head to the HTML editor, and you can simply paste that code into there, save it, and this is exactly what the student can see. And what you'll see now is that everything is integrated within this page, and there's no need for the student to head anywhere else. The beauty of this as well is that this will frame itself in the same size as the device that they're using. So a lot of students now are actually reading and studying on tablets or phones. This formatting will keep the same on phones, tablets, laptops. So you haven't got any issue with things being too small or too large and them not being able to read it. And it's a really great way to integrate Adobe Pages and Canvas.